stop. Before you say, how's the weather, one more time, you need to hear this.
Yeah, because if you're gonna talk about the weather, and trust me, you will, you might as well sound like you actually care about it.
Today, we're cracking the code on small talk. And spoiler alert, it's not small at all. It's actually huge for connecting with native English speakers.
We're talking weather idioms that'll make you sound brilliant, the psychology behind why Brits can't shut up about drizzle, and the exact phrases that turn awkward silence into actual conversation. Plus, coffee, because apparently the weather is only acceptable small talk if you're holding a warm beverage.
Stick around, this is going to be good.
You're listening to Craft Your English, the podcast where we help you speak English with confidence.
And have fun doing it. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Liam, and today we're diving into something that confuses so many English learners.
Small talk. Specifically, why native speakers are absolutely obsessed with talking about the weather.
Here's what you'll walk away with today. First, the real reason small talk exists and why it's not actually about the weather at all.
Second, we'll teach you 7 weather idioms that native speakers use all the time, like a storm in a teacup, which, by the way, has nothing to do with actual storms.
Third, we'll give you ready-to-use small talk phrases that work in any situation. Job interviews, coffee shops, meeting your neighbor, you'll be covered.
And finally, we're connecting weather to emotions. Ever notice how a rainy day makes you feel different? There's science behind that, and it affects how we talk, too.
So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever you're drinking, get comfy, and let's make small talk not so small.
Quick question before we start. Think about the last time you made small talk in English. How did it go? Keep that in mind as we go through today's episode.
All right, let's break it down nice and simple. Why do English speakers talk about the weather so much?
Ooh, I remember being so confused by this when I first moved to an English-speaking country. Someone would say, "Lovely weather today, isn't it?" And I think, why are we discussing meteorology at a bus stop?
Right? But here's the thing. Small talk isn't actually about the content. It's about connection.
Exactly. It's like a social handshake. You're basically saying, hey, I'm friendly. I'm safe to talk to. We're in this moment together.
Think of it this way. Small talk is the bridge between silence and real conversation. The weather is just the safest bridge available.
And here's something cool. In many cultures, including Japanese culture, which I love, there's a similar concept called aisatsu. It's ritual greetings that create harmony. Small talk in English does the same thing.
Now, why weather specifically? 3 reasons. 1, it's universal. Everyone experiences it. 2, it's neutral. No one gets offended by clouds. And 3, it's immediate. You're literally standing in it together.
In Britain especially, the weather changes constantly. Like you can have sunshine, rain, wind, and hail all before lunch.
Which gives us infinite conversation material. It's efficient, really.
So if someone talks to you about the weather, they're not being boring. They're being polite. They're inviting you into a conversation.
Quick win for you right now. The next time someone mentions the weather, don't just say yes or okay. Engage with it. Add one observation. That's all it takes.
Like if someone says, cold today, isn't it? You can say, yes, I wasn't expecting it to drop this much. Boom, conversation started.
See? Small talk isn't hard. It's just a skill. And like any skill, you can learn it.
Okay. Now for my favorite part. Weather idioms. Liam, you ready for this?
Born ready. Though I should warn our listeners, these phrases are gonna sound weird if you translate them literally.
So true. Here's a quick story. I once told my Spanish-speaking friend that my boss was under the weather, and she thought he was standing in the rain looking sad.
Classic. All right, let's go through 7 essential weather idioms. And Chloe, you're in charge of the examples.
Deal.
Number 1, under the weather. This means you're feeling sick or unwell.
Yeah, not great. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I might skip the gym.
Number 2, a storm in a teacup. This is drama over something unimportant. Americans say a tempest in a teapot, but it's the same idea.
Ooh, I love that phrase. Like, everyone's upset about the new coffee machine at work, but honestly, it's just a storm in a teacup.
Perfect. Number 3, every cloud has a silver lining. Even bad situations have something positive.
This one's so encouraging. I didn't get the job, but every cloud has a silver lining. Now I have time to improve my skills.
Number 4, save it for a rainy day. This means to save money or resources for when you really need them.
Mm. I got a bonus at work, but I'm going to save it for a rainy day instead of spending it all now.
Smart move. Number 5, break the ice. To start a conversation or make people feel comfortable in an awkward situation.
Yes, I didn't know anyone at the party, so I told a joke to break the ice.
And fun fact, this is literally what small talk does. It breaks the ice.
Oh, that's so meta.
Number 6, come rain or shine. This means no matter what happens. It shows commitment.
I walk my dog every morning, come rain or shine. Even though, let's be honest, rainy walks are not fun.
Fair. And number 7, on cloud 9, extremely happy.
Aw, I love this one. When I got accepted to university, I was on cloud 9 for weeks.
Notice something? Most of these idioms aren't actually about weather. They're about feelings and situations.
Exactly, which brings us to our next section. Let's talk about why weather affects how we feel and how we speak.
This is fascinating stuff. There's actual science here.
So, research shows that sunny weather encourages serotonin. That's the happy hormone in your brain. People literally feel more optimistic when it's bright out.
Which is why, in English, we use bright and sunny to describe happy people. She has a sunny disposition, means she's cheerful.
And on rainy or cloudy days, people tend to feel more introspective, sometimes even a bit down. There's actually a condition called seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, that affects people in winter.
But here's what's interesting for language learners. English speakers often apologize for bad weather. We say things like, sorry about the rain, as if it's our fault.
Right? I noticed this in Britain especially. Someone would say, sorry, looks like it's going to rain. And I think, why are you sorry? You're not the sky.
It's empathy. We're acknowledging that the weather might affect your mood or plans. It's another way of showing we care.
Here's something you can try right now. Match your energy to the weather when you make small talk.
Explain that.
On a sunny day, you might say, beautiful day, isn't it? Really lifts the mood. On a rainy day, you could say, big gloomy today, isn't it? Makes you want to stay inside with a good book.
That's actually brilliant. You're not just talking about weather, you're connecting it to feelings. That makes the conversation more human.
Exactly. And people will relate to you more because you're acknowledging the shared experience.
Quick tip. If someone seems down and mentions the weather, you can use that silver lining idiom we learned. Yeah, it's rainy, but hey, every cloud has a silver lining. At least it's cozy inside.
See? You're not just making small talk, you're being supportive.
All right, time for the practical stuff. Chloe and I are going to give you ready-to-use phrases for different situations.
These are the phrases that native speakers use all the time. And the best part, they work everywhere.
Let's start with opening lines, how to start small talk.
Okay, here are 5 openers.
Number 1, lovely weather we're having, isn't it? Or terrible weather today, isn't it?
The isn't it part is called a question tag. It invites the other person to agree and respond.
Number 2, can you believe this weather? This works for extreme weather, super hot, super cold, unexpected snow.
Ooh, yes. Can you believe this heat? It's like summer came early.
Number 3, how's your morning, afternoon, day going so far? This is slightly broader than weather, but still safe small talk.
And people usually mention the weather in their answer. It's going well, though the rain made my commute longer.
Number 4, I love or hate this kind of weather. Simple, personal, and opens the door for the other person to share their preference.
Totally. I love this crisp autumn weather. Perfect for walking. And then they might say, me too, or really? I prefer summer.
And number 5, at least it's not as hot, cold, or rainy as yesterday. This is a classic. Comparing weather gives you automatic common ground.
Now, let's talk about response phrases. What to say when someone else starts the weather small talk.
Because just saying yes is not enough.
Right. Here are 5 responses.
Response 1, I know, right? Casual, agreeable, keeps the conversation flowing.
Response 2, tell me about it. This means I totally agree. Like, oh, this rain is endless. Tell me about it.
Response 3, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Shows you're engaged and adds a tiny bit of new information.
Response 4, perfect weather for activity. Like, perfect weather for a coffee or perfect weather for staying in.
And response 5, hopefully it'll clear up soon, or let's hope it stays like this. This is forward-looking, which naturally leads to more conversation.
Okay, let's practice. I'll say an opener, you respond out loud. Ready?
And don't worry, we can't hear you, but saying it out loud will help it stick.
Here we go. Bit chilly today, isn't it?
How'd you do? You could say, I know, right? I wasn't expecting it to get this cold. Or, yeah, perfect weather for a warm coffee.
See, you're already getting it. Here's another. Can you believe this rain?
How'd you do? Maybe you said, tell me about it. It's been going all morning. Or, I know, at least it's not as bad as yesterday.
You're doing great. One more. Beautiful day, isn't it?
How'd you do? Perhaps, absolutely, really lifts the mood. Or, yeah, perfect weather for being outside.
Amazing. You just practiced 3 small talk exchanges. That's real progress.
All right, here's something you might have noticed. Small talk about weather almost always happens near coffee.
Oh my gosh, yes. Coffee shops, office kitchens, holding a takeaway cup.
There's a reason. Both weather and coffee are sensory experiences. They're immediate, they're safe, and they pair perfectly for small talk.
In British culture, especially, tea or coffee is like a social ritual. You offer someone a cup, and suddenly you're in a conversation.
Here's your advanced tip. Combine weather and coffee in your small talk. It's a power move.
Ooh, okay, show me.
Demonstrating. This weather makes me want to stay inside with a good coffee. Or nothing beats a hot coffee on a cold day like this.
Ooh, or I needed this coffee to wake up. The gloomy weather was putting me to sleep.
See what we did there? We connected weather, coffee, and mood. That's 3 conversation threads in one sentence.
And people will always have something to say about that, like, same, I'm on my second cup, or I know, I could barely get out of bed this morning.
Exactly. You've just turned nice weather into an actual engaging conversation.
When I was learning English, I used to think small talk was a waste of time, but now I realize it's how you build relationships. It's how you show someone, I see you, I'm here, let's connect.
That's beautifully put.
Okay, we covered so much today. Let's quickly recap.
First, we learned why small talk matters. It's not about the weather, it's about connection.
Second, we explored 7 weather idioms, like under the weather, a storm in the teacup, and on cloud 9. These make you sound natural and fluent.
Third, we connected weather to mood. Sunny days boost serotonin. Rainy days make us introspective. And English speakers acknowledge that in conversation.
And finally, we gave you tons of practical phrases for starting and responding to small talk. you're ready for your next conversation.
Here's your homework. This week, initiate small talk once. Just once. With anyone.
It could be a neighbor, a barista, a colleague. Use one of the phrases we taught you today.
And notice what happens. People will respond. They'll appreciate the effort. And you'll feel more confident.
Also, we want to hear from you. What's the weather like where you are right now? And what's your go-to small talk phrase?
Leave a comment, send us a message. We read them all. And if you have a small talk story, funny or awkward, we'd love to hear it.
Next week, we're diving into something listeners have been asking about constantly: how to disagree politely without sounding rude.
Because let's face it, sometimes you need to say no or I don't agree, but in a way that keeps the conversation friendly.
It's going to be so useful. You won't want to miss it.
Until then, keep practicing, keep learning.
And remember, every conversation is a chance to grow, even the small ones.
Thanks for listening to Crafter English. I'm Liam.
And I'm Chloe. Stay curious, stay kind,
And keep crafting your English.
Liam, should we grab a coffee after this?
Only if you promise not to talk about the weather.
No promises.
That's your dose of English wisdom. Don't overdose.
We'll see you next time.